Kabod, honor. Honor. Honor is, they ask a question, I said this before. What is stronger? Desire? What's a stronger pull, desire or honor? So they say a story, how there was a cop, he was eating his donut, and he was driving very slow. So one guy behind him, he's seeing the cop going very slow. He's going so slow, he says, you know what? I gotta cut this cop off. And he cut the cop off. When he cut the cop chucked his donut and speed to go get that guy. Why? Because he was pogem in his kavod. He hurt his honor. I'm going to tell you a personal story that happened with me. Happened about a few years back. I'll never forget it. There was maybe a 95-year-old man, I'm talking about very, very old man, walking across the street. Now, I had the light to turn. And he just started to walk on the street, to cross the street. Now, he was in the beginning, and he was going very, 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 very slow. And I had a lot of room, meaning to say it was like nowhere near him. But I went. So he was at the end of the corner. He was like not even next to me. But he saw, oh my goodness, you went. He got so upset that he lifted up his entire cane over it. He's like, wait for me, like that. I was like, whoa. He couldn't walk. He couldn't walk, I'm telling you. All of a sudden, he was able to lift the... How do you have so much energy? Because he felt that because I didn't wait 5.5 minutes right? So therefore, I felt maybe I was forgiving his kabbalah. And even though he was very, very far away from me. But you hear something that a person, when it comes to honor, you have to be very, very careful. Because honor could really, really mess up a person's life. Why? It could make his life, or it can mess up his life. How can it mess up his life? You have a friend, he didn't invite me, or he invited you, and he invited you to the wedding, and he put you, let's say for example, you know how they reserve seats, you know what I'm talking about? They reserved your seat, he put you all the way in the back, and you're thinking to myself, wow, I'm his best friend, he puts me over here, and he didn't honor me correctly. You know, it could really, really ruin a person. It could really, really ruin a person. But at the flip side, it could make a person very successful. On the flip side, it can make a person very successful. Because a person could say to himself, you know what? I know this is a hadush for everybody, but I'm telling you from a Miller, so therefore, he learned from Slobodka for his Rebbeim. I'm telling you what he would say. One guy said, I want to be a gadol b'torah. I want to be a fantastic Talmid Chacham. So therefore he said like this. He said, learn for honor. What do you mean, Rabbi? Learn for honor. Everybody's going to hear this now. What are you talking about? Okay, listen. Learn for honor. Let me explain. Let me finish explaining. I was by Chacham Rabbi Yosef's house in the Beit Midrash. And he spoke to the Beit Midrash. And he would say to us, we were yeshiva guys, we were like 50 to 100 guys sitting down in his Beit Midrash. And what did he say? This is what I was in the room. So what do you guys want to be? You want to be this and you want to be that. You want to be Talmidei Chachamim. You want to be the best rabbi. You want to be the biggest Gadol Adon. You want to be the greatest Chacham. You don't want to be a regular this, that. And he was saying things like, you don't want to be this and you don't want to be that. And he said it. He said, you want to be the greatest that you can be. Strive for greatness. Strive to be a gadol. Strive to know the entire shas. When you're walking down the street, you'll be able to know the whole entire shas in your brain. A guy tells you which pages. Well, what is this? What does it say on this page? You know the whole thing. And this page, you know the whole thing. Wow. Go on. Strive for big things. So now you're going to say, what do you mean, Rabbi? We have to learn Torah Lishma. You're right, we have to learn Torah Lishma. You're 100% right. But sometimes a person needs a push. What's that push? That push is the honor that you're going to get when you become that Talmid Chacham. The honor that you're going to get. So when a person, let's say for example, he gives a lot of donations and this, that. The honor will motivate him to donate more and more and more and more and more. Yes. The money's going, yes. At the end of the day, you have to understand, you need to push. I'll never forget, I had a friend, his name was Stephen Esses, and we played together in a championship tournament. I remember I was 17, and I'll never forget, we're playing ball, and in the finals, like all day you're playing, you play with your full gut, and you want to win the finals, you're finally the championship. And I was guarding him, I was playing defense on him, and I was always going like swish. I didn't hit the backboard. You know how people make fun? Oh, the bank is closed today, You know what I'm talking about, Kashi? He knows what I'm talking about. The bank is closed, Sorry. The bank is the backboard, you get it in. I was going swish. Every time I missed some, I made some, I missed some, I made some. But Steven was always going on backboard. It didn't look too pretty. It was always backboard, boom, boom, boom. He chucked the ball, boom, backboard. Every shot he was getting in, backboard. All you have to do is hit it in the big back, get it in. I don't know, something about that backboard also, you know what I'm saying? You hit just the backboard in the box, boom, in. And he won. And after that, I was like, oh man, I can't believe I lost. And he's going with the trophy. Yeah! I go to him, I say, tell me something. Come on, I'm going swish. I'm guarding you. You're taking backboard every time. Come on. So he looks at me, he says, who has the trophy? Meaning to say, I won. At the end of the day, you're right. Oh, I went bank, and I went backboard, and I went this, and I went that. But at the end of the day, who won? I won. See, a person, you have to understand, whatever you need motivation for to get to your destination, do it. La'olam yilmod, right? Yasog, right? Do things. Shelo lishma, mitok shelo lishma, ba lishma. Eventually, you'll come to Shem Shamayim. Guy opens up the Sefer, opens up the guy. Happens to me a lot of times. But you know what? I'm going to push myself a little bit. There's that. And all of a sudden, as you're learning, you're doing it, you're like, wow, I don't care about this, I don't care about that. I just care about Hashem. That's what it leads to. A guy, let's say, he donates a lot. In the beginning, he might be for honor. Let them go. It's okay. At least he donated. Some people don't even donate. You donate. You got the honor. You got the kavod. You got this. But what eventually you say, okay, Hashem, Baruch Hashem, it gave me that motivation. Now I just want to donate just for you. Just for you. People need help. Boom. People this. Boom. Nah. You understand what I'm trying to say over here today? It's a very, very important point. A very important point. I remember one time I told the guy, how come you're not learning? He tells me, because I love it. I said, so what? I said, I don't know, maybe I'm not doing it L'Shem Shamayim. I said, what are you talking about? Hashem wants you to love learning. What are you talking about? He's flying off a roof, flying off the kite. What are you talking about? That's what I'm trying to say over here. At the end of the day, he writes loving honor. Loving honor could be very bad, or I'm adding, it can be very good. Because the honor, I want to be honored, so therefore I want to continue doing good. Let's say, for example, shidduch. A guy wants to get married. A guy wants to get married to a good girl, right? He has to start having a good name. So, he's not really necessarily Shem Shamayim 100% for Hashem, but he's doing all these good things. He gets involved with the chesed now. He's in charge of this, doing that. So now what is he thinking in his brain? When it's time for a person to ask about him, what's the first thing? Oh, this guy? Oh, tzaddik. But meanwhile, you're doing it just to get that name in order to get a good shidduch. It's fine. At the end of the day, is it L'Shem Shamayim the highest level? No, it's not L'Shem Shamayim the highest level. Who cares? At the end of the day, you did all that chesed. It's a lower level, but at the end of the day, you'll get rewarded for it. And don't deter yourself because of it. Let's say a girl is getting to the marriageable age. She knows that she has to be extra midot tovot and this and that. So now people are like, oh wow, she turns let's say 11th grade, 12th grader. All of a sudden she becomes very nice. She's part of the SGO. She's doing all these things in school now. Wow. And in her mind she's thinking, listen, at the end of the day, next year I want to get married. And therefore people are going to ask about me. So what do I have to do? I have to get involved in all these things so people will know my name in order for me to, you understand? In order to, look, she's midot tovot. She helps out. Hey, Islam doesn't make a difference. The honor will help you succeed. You understand what I'm telling you? The honor will help you succeed. But he's writing also, honor could also take you out of this world. Sometimes people are crazy with honor. Oh, you didn't come to my affair? Don't ever come to, you didn't, I invited you to my bar mitzvah, you don't come to my bar mitzvah? Don't ever talk to me again. I invited you to my bris, I invited you to my wedding, I'm cutting you off, you're out, because you dishonored him. That could also deter you. A lot of times a person can do avirot because of that. What avirot? You know the famous story with the Yirmiyah, right? What was the story, huh? Who was that, who was the king by David when they put him instead? Huh? He was the king and they didn't want to go to Yerushalayim. Huh? Yerovam ben Nevat. It was a crazy thing, but at the time, everybody knows the story about Yerovam ben Nevat. What happened to Yerovam ben Nevat? At the end of the day, he didn't want people to go to Yerushalayim. Why? Because if they would have went to Yerushalayim 3 times a day, they would have saw that he's not sitting in the front. He was king. He was king on a few Shevatim. But only from David HaMelech's lineage could sit by the front over there. So he didn't want everybody to see that. So he was deterring everybody from going to Beit HaMikdash because there's honor. So honor in a way could be very bad. Yes, people could get crazy because of honor. Oh, he's in the shul. Nobody gave him aliyah. So sometimes he could ask the gabbai, by the way, I never got aliyah. But now all of a sudden, what does the guy do? I never got aliyah. I'm never coming back to the shul again. Maybe the shul doesn't know. Speak to the gabbai, speak to the rabbi, and ask them, see what's doing. That's what I'm trying to say. Honor sometimes could one time a person was telling me he was learning with a certain rabbi, and one time the rabbi, I don't know, he came late to his bris or something like that, and he said, I'm never going back to the rabbi. He learned with me for 10 years. No! He came late, he didn't show me the right honor, that's it. It's crazy. Honor can really mess around with your head, but at the same time, at the flip side, it can also be very good in order for you to produce. Oh, let me get my good name out there. Let me have a Keter Shem Tov. Let me be Tamil Hacham. Let me go ahead and be a charitable person. Let me be a nice person. I have a good name. That honor will motivate you in order to do very, very good. That honor, like I told you, even by Shidduchim, a girl wants to have a good name and she gets involved because she wants to have a good name. Not because she really wants to do so much good. Doesn't make a difference. Do it anyway. Bezrat Hashem, she'll marry the best guy out there. Oh no, you're going to tell the girl, no, don't do that because you're not doing it l'shem shamayim, you're doing it for your kavod. And at the end of the day, what? So let her do it for the kavod. At the end of the day, people are not doing anything. Let her do it. A guy tells me, Rabbi, this year I'm going to learn very, very good. So what are you learning very, very good? Because now I'm about to go to Shidduchim, and in another 2 years, I want to make sure my name is the best yeshiva guy out there, so I'm learning very strong the next 2 years. Very good! No, don't do it because of that. What do you mean? Let him learn. Let the guy learn. And therefore, I tell you, Rabotai, get the motivation for the honor to learn, to do things. Remember, there's a flip side to honor and there's a good side to honor. Always be on the good side.